about to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a lunch idea video for you. It was originally going to be a 10-pack lunch ideas way back when the boys were still at school, and basically I've been filming clips of our lunches ever since, but I've never got around to uploading it. Then lockdown started and the schools closed, and it seemed pointless to put up a packed lunch video, but a lot of you guys have said could I please do a what we eat for lunch video. So just because it's in a lunchbox doesn't mean you can't take it out and eat it at home. Some of you are still sending your children into school, and like Steve is still out to work, so he still takes his lunch with him as a packed lunch anyway. So I just thought I'd put it all together, otherwise the footage was just going to end up getting deleted, and it seemed a shame seeing as it was all there. So bear in mind that a lot of this was filmed pre-lockdown, so when I talk about the boys are taking this today, then obviously they're not out to school at the moment. It's not that I know something you guys don't, they're still at home, but I just thought I'd put it all together in a video, so I hope you enjoy it. So something I often do for Oscar is to make like a mini lunchable, because they can work out expensive if you're buying them every single day. So I just put a few of his favourite things in a little sectional lunchbox. This one he's got a wrap, a cheese triangle, grated cheese and some ham. There's some little chili rice crackers, some strawberries, one of the funny Yoli yoghurt sticks, and a little pot of ketchup. And I always put a little pot with a lid, and then he can just add it to whatever he wants. I think he just dips it all in separately. So next we've just got a peanut butter sandwich with some homemade hummus. It's really simple to make. I do it in one of my prep videos. I'll leave that link down below. We've got some Dorito crisps, a Fibre 1 bar, and just some cucumber to dip in the hummus. Next, I have done Steve's lunch. This is what he generally would take to work. This flask is amazing. If I can, I'll leave it linked down below or something similar. It's really small and compact. It comes with a foldable spoon that you can just put in the lid. And what I do is anything we've had the day before, like leftover wise, I'll just heat it up in the morning and put it in his pot. It holds at least a whole tin of soup or tin of beans, that kind of volume. He particularly loves the fact that it comes with a spoon in the lid, because if he has to take one with him, you can guarantee he's going to forget. And this day I've just added a few slices of French bread, some water and some fruit. But you can put anything in here. We put chili, curry, pasta dishes like bolognese, soups, and it's really nice, especially in the winter. So another leftover idea, if you make chicken burgers the day before and you've got any left over, I always pop them in the fridge, and then the next day we just have them in wraps with lettuce and sweet chilli sauce. Goes down really well, and it saves you having to faff about prepping anything. So as I'm just making Steve and I some lunch, I thought I'd show you what we have sometimes. So these are the salt and vinegar rice cakes. You get these from Tesco, or you can get the Snacker Jack ones. And I've just put, they're empty now, but I've just put some of these lighter cheese triangles on top that I got in Lidl. And then today I've got some red onion, and I'm also going to put on some of this wafer thin smoked chicken breast and some salad cream. Another one we have is we have cucumber instead of the red onion, and then we have pickle, but we haven't got any pickle. So I'm actually thinking I should have put the chicken underneath and the onion on top, but there you go. So I'm just going to pop this over the top, and then usually we'd have a cup of soup as well, but we haven't got any cup of soups, so we're going to have a cheese string and a packet of refrigerators, and then maybe some fruit or something with a coffee afterwards. So this is what I've done Steve and I for lunch. We've got some salt and vinegar rice cakes, some red onion hiding underneath there. This is wafer thin smoked chicken. We've got some salad cream, a packet of refrigerators and a cheese string. And then Steve's also probably going to have these sweet chilli and lemon tea snacks with his, and then some fruit for afterwards. So another really quick and easy favourite of mine for lunches is an omelette, and then I like to pack veg into it if I can. So I've just got some mushrooms and onions today, and I spray my pan with a little bit of oil and start frying off the onions and mushrooms. Then I crack 3 eggs into a bowl and just add a little bit of salt and pepper, some chilli flakes, and whisk that together. Then I pour this over the top of my mushrooms and onions, and sometimes I'll add cheese, sometimes I'll add ham or spinach. It depends what I feel like. Today I had some ham left over in the fridge and some fresh basil, so I've popped that in, and you just cook a basic omelette. I don't really need to explain. And I find this really, really filling. It really does keep me going like for the whole afternoon. And I don't tend to get that kind of mid-afternoon slump. If I've had some high protein at lunchtime, I find that in the middle of the afternoon I'm not reaching for like something sweet just to keep me awake. So it's definitely a good thing. The massive size pill you can see on the side there is my L-lysine that I take. That's really good at trying to combat cold sores, which I suffer with. So I always take one of those every day as well with my food, and try and drink a bottle of water with each meal. These tablets are absolutely massive. They're huge. I call them horse pills. They're so big, but they do really help. So if you suffer from cold sores, it's worth looking. I get them on Amazon. So another picky lunch, I find this especially good if you have fussy eaters, because Oscar is not keen on sandwiches. So I've actually alternated. I've got some Ritz crackers and some sweet chili rice crackers, some cheese triangles and a little blunt knife. I've got some raisins in one end of his tub. I've also cut up a blood orange, and I quite often make jelly for him to take with him to school. It works out so much cheaper than obviously buying the individual jellies. And I know the kids aren't at school at the moment, but when I filmed this he was, and that's why I give him a blunt knife. Obviously he's taking it into school, and you know what 9-year-old boys can be like. So yeah, this is one that he really likes, and if I give him things like this, it generally all comes back eaten. He always takes a big bottle of water with him as well, and he really enjoys his fruit. And I cut it up because he doesn't get long to eat, so it's just easier for him to eat it that way than have to peel it himself. So a favourite with the older boys, especially Jake, is cold leftover pizza, and I just save any from the night before and put a couple of slices in their lunch boxes with a fruit bake, some crisps and some fruit. And then they also take water. You know, they're in secondary school and they just want to grab and go, so keep it simple. Our go-to lunch is probably a wrap with chicken. This one is chicken breast that I cooked and had stored in the fridge. And I've just added some red pepper, some mayo, some lettuce and some chilli sauce. You can't fail with these, and everybody absolutely loves them. So today we've got a herb wrap with some chicken, lettuce, red pepper and a little bit of mayonnaise. We've got some homemade banana bread and apple. So this little pot I got in Aldi, it was like £2. It's a snack and dip container, but I've put in some little chili rice crackers. You can get these in Lidl and Aldi. I think lots of places do them. They're just like rice crackers. These are the sweet chili ones. And then in the little pot at the end, I've just put some raisins. So you can just shut that and then pop your lid on. And that's what's for lunch today. Quite often on a Monday morning, I will have sausage meat stuffing left over from our roast dinner. And if I make it into balls or into a loaf, then I just keep the leftovers in the fridge and pop it into a Ziploc bag. Oscar especially loves this. This is just sausage meat mixed with sage and onion stuffing mixed and roasted in the oven. I've got it in quite a lot of my videos, but it just is like a nice herby sausage flavour, and it's really good cold. I also like to make my treats where I can, so banana bread, banana muffins, cookies, flapjacks, that kind of thing. Obviously I buy them as well. It kind of varies, but it's always nice to open your lunch and get a nice little bit of mum's homemade banana bread. And to go with this, I've just added a bag of Sunbites, a tub of grapes, we've got a cranberry juice drink and a little yoghurt yolly. Obviously this would be for Oscar. I wouldn't dare send the boys to school with a yolly because, you know, it's not done in secondary schools. I even have to be careful not to give them bunny bites or anything, but for Oscar it's perfect. So for today's lunch we've got some mini egg muffins. I show how I make these in the same food prep video as I made the hummus, so that'll be linked down below. Sorry about the clanging, Siren's got her bone in her metal bowl and she's chewing it. But basically I make huge batches of these and I whisk together egg, cottage cheese, peppers, I think there's some smoky bacon in there. And then what I do is pop them in the freezer, and then you take them out. You can either microwave them or just get them out like half an hour before you want to eat them, and they completely defrost. And they're just really nice little like mini quiches without the pastry. So along with that we've got some of these just value like tortilla crisps and some carrot sticks, and then I've just got some natural yogurt and mixed in a teaspoon of mint sauce, and it makes a really nice, well, mint yogurt dip I guess. And I've got a couple of plums as well. So that's what's for lunch today. So sandwich wise, ham and coleslaw is one of the older two's favourite sandwiches, although Oscar can't stand any kind of sauce, coleslaw, mayo, anything in his sandwiches, so he always has his plain, and I only give him half as well because he just never eats it. Twiglets are also a good one to pop in the packed lunch, but not for Jake because he hates Marmite. I sometimes put fresh orange juice, but I try not to too often because of the sugar content. They've got a rice cake bar and some fruit, and I put the fruit in one of these little fizzy mix tubs just to stop it getting dented and rolling around their bag or getting lost. So it's now lunchtime and I'm just going to cook up some mushrooms and onions in a pan. So I've just got some leftover chicken that was from our dinner last night, just a marinated chicken breast, and I'm just cut that up. It's been in the fridge, so I'm just going to pop that in with my mushrooms and my onions. I'm also going to add in a few cherry tomatoes, some tomato puree, some salt and pepper and some chilli flakes, and then just have a little like vegetable and chicken stir fry. Put a little bit of tomato puree. Pop in a few cherry tomatoes. I'm also going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, just so I've got a little bit of liquid. So here we are all dished up, and it is just chicken, tomato, onion, mushroom, and that's it. There's no potato or pasta or anything in. A nice high protein, low carb, low calorie lunch. I'm also going to have some orange squash with it, and then I'll probably have something sweet afterwards. So I'm just going to have one of these forest fruit crispy slices. They're like the go ahead ones, but they're Tesco's own make, and I think you get two little things per packet. So I'm just going to sit down and have 5 minutes and eat one of these. So today I've just done cheese and coleslaw wraps with some grapes, some crisps, and some of the Belvita chocolate biscuits. This is generally what I would do for the boys' lunches at school or at home, and they would also have a drink with it. So it's kind of like a treat, something crunchy, some fruit, and like a main, like a sandwich, pizza, chicken wrap, whatever they have. And that's kind of the formula I follow for all of them. I just add more or less depending on how old they are. So for today's lunch, we've got some mini egg muffins. I show how I make these in the same food prep video as I made the hummus, so that'll be linked down below. Sorry about the clanging. Siren's got her bone in her metal bowl and she's chewing it. But basically I make huge batches of these, and I whisk together egg, cottage cheese, peppers, I think there's some smoky bacon in there, and then what I do is pop them in the freezer, and then you take them out. You can either microwave them or just get them out like half an hour before you want to eat them, and they completely defrost, and they're just really nice little like mini quiches without the pastry. So along with that, we've got some of these just value like tortilla crisps and some carrot sticks, and then I've just got some natural yogurt and mixed in a teaspoon of mint sauce, and it makes a really nice, well, mint yogurt dip, I guess. And I've got a couple of plums as well. So that's what's for lunch today. So that's it for this video. I hope it was worthwhile editing it together. It just seems such a shame to delete all the clips, and I hope you've got a few ideas of things, because I know it's difficult to keep going and keep thinking of things to feed your children. I am thinking of doing a what I eat in a day video, or some more lunch videos like during lockdown, and maybe film them over a like definite 2-week period or something. So if you like that kind of idea, then please let me know, and subscribe if you're not already. It really would mean the world to me, and I will see you very soon in another video. Take care, everyone.
This is what we waited for.